Following the Mayweather vs Gotti post-fight incident where multiple brawls broke out resulting in absolute chaos, John Gotti III has already received his punishment for starting the chain of events. The Florida State Athletic Commissioner suspended John Gotti III for 6 months as a punishment for his post-fight outburst in an exhibition boxing match against Floyd Mayweather. Gotti III, the grandson of notorious mob boss John Gotti, momentarily ignored referee Kenny Bayless' decision to stop the exhibition bout and continue to fight Mayweather, sparking in an in-ring melee that took several minutes to contain at FLA Live Arena. The Florida Athletic Commission took immediate action on the evening of Sunday, June 11th and suspended John Gotti III for 6 months. The spokesperson added that Mayweather was not sanctioned as a result of the incident, and John Gotti III was not immediately reachable for comment. And on the Weighing In podcast, Big John says this Mayweather exhibition stuff has got to stop.
He waves it off. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Gotti goes, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my way. Look at tries to get out of him. Goes after him. Look at he's just standing there.
I don't think Floyd got hit one time in that exchange.
He didn't. He didn't get hit one time in the fight.
How much do you think he's making for these things? 3, 4, 5, 6,
whatever 8? It is, it's way too much because it's got to stop. It's really got to stop. It's not entertainment. It's just, it's a circus.
Oh, John, this is pretty
Barnum
entertaining.
And Bailey, man.
This is pretty entertaining.
Well, this one was entertaining because the referee stops the fight, and DQs them both, and then God says no. And he's fighting. And then when everyone gets in, I mean, dude, this thing gets huge. They get like 50, 60 people in the ring, and you'll see Kenny Bayless is the one getting out.
Good for him.
That's the best.
Oh, man.
And on the Believe You Me podcast, Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith also have some strong opinions on the subject.
The Gotti family, the notorious New York crime family, has declared war on the Mayweather family.
This is Floyd Mayweather's fault. You play with fire, you're going to get burned, right? You're going out there. What do you expect? The guy's not and then I'm not talking shit about John Gotti. He comes from, he's a bit of a gangster. He's from a very notorious crime family. And that's the whole appeal here. The whole appeal is
that's why he's popular.
That's why he's popular, right? You're not in there with boxers or even a Jake Paul or even YouTubers. You're going out there and doing these kind of bouts there, and they were talking a ton of shit, and then it stops and it all kicks off. What do you expect?
That's what you get. You want to go floundering away, fighting all these weird exhibition matches for boatloads of cash. You can't get so greedy and just put yourself in a bad position. I don't know what you're thinking.
And Floyd Mayweather doesn't need to do that anyway. I mean, at what point is he going to stop? I mean, I listen, can't hate on the guy for making money, but he's made plenty of money. I mean, I get that he loves the sport of boxing, but I guess this is kind of goes back to my original point. What he's doing here is he's still trying to compete in boxing without risking his record. You know what I mean? He's trying to do it against people that are kind of notorious for something, where you're going to get your fingers burned. You know what I mean? If you're going to kind of take the piss out of someone and say, I'll box you, I'll beat you, but I'm not even going to give you a crack to take my undefeated record. I'm basically just mocking you from the very start to the very end. You know what I mean? I'm going to box you.
You're not even important enough to actually box.
You're the smaller, I'm by far the smaller guy, so I've already won. I'm not even going to give you a chance to actually box me and get me on your record. I'm going to talk shit. You know what I mean? Anyone that he fights, he's making a mockery of right from the start. And I'm not hating on Floyd Mayweather, but it's kind of how I feel about the situation.
I had no idea that he was boxing John Gotti. I had no clue.
No, I think I might have saw something. I think it, penetrated my subconscious at some point. I think I knew something, but I certainly wasn't aware when it was or any of the details. But same with all the rest of them. He had another one recently in London, I think. There was hardly anyone there. You know what I mean? So no one's watching him. So I wonder how they still generate all the money
how they
pay him.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe some kind of tax dodge, something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not money laundering, but, paying some big events company, pay a ton of money to him and they write it off somehow. Yeah. Maybe something like that.
Yes, but I don't know where the money's coming from because it's not from pay-per-views. It's not from buys. It's not from gates. That's for damn sure.
No, it really isn't.
With that said, featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski picks a winner for the BMF title fight. If I had to lean towards someone, I feel like I'd start leaning towards Poirier. He obviously won the last time they fought, and I think I'd probably lean towards Dustin. But I mean, you can't tell me that Justin Gaethje can't catch him. And then you've seen even in Justin's last fight, his fitness held on, fighting for Zeev, so he might even be there the whole time. But I just think that Dustin can go the 5 rounds, and he probably gets more and more technical as the fight goes on. And Conor McGregor is quickly back in the news after revealing that his and Dee's 4th baby is on the way. Things are going well. We've also got another one on the way. A couple more weeks, we'll be able to find out what the sex is of the baby. And we're very excited back home. A lot of great things happening. I'm very, very blessed. Very thankful every day. But McGregor's good news might stop there with a recent update revealing that he has less than 48 hours to enter USADA's pool if there's any chance of him fighting this year. However, an exemption could be granted if USADA sees fit. If McGregor does not enter the testing pool by June 16th, there's a slim chance of him competing this year. But it isn't impossible, because McGregor could still be able to fight if USADA grants him an exemption. But the last time this happened, a massive controversy arose. At UFC 200, Brock Lesnar was granted an exemption to face Mark Hunt in the co-main event, where he won via unanimous decision. However, Lesnar tested positive for clomiphene, overturning the victory into a no contest, and was sued by Hunt in the aftermath. No fighter has been granted an exemption since. When USADA Director of Communications Avery Walker was asked about the situation, they had this to say: "McGregor is not enrolled in our testing pool and would have to be for 6 months unless an exemption is granted, which we do not think would be applicable." And with doubt now surrounding his future opponent, a former dance partner in Max Holloway talks with Ariel Helwani about the potential rematch, this time at 155.
I feel like that one has to happen.
I think it happens. I don't know what's going on right now with the dude, but I think so at some point it happens. I don't know if he's going to be in the UFC or a boxing or something. I think it happens though.
Do you have to have a boxing match before it's done?
I would love to. I would love to have a boxing match. I wouldn't say I have to, but I would definitely love to have one.
And Deontay Wilder likes the idea of fighting former heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou in both boxing and MMA.
You know, you always see the MMA guys crossing over, but you never see the fighters, the boxers crossing over. So I said, you know, I wanted to make it more interesting for the fans and just the whole comeback family as in a whole, you know. I said, well, how about you come to my backyard, and after we handle business, I can come to yours and cross over. And I really meant it, you know. So things are still up in the air, but, you know, I have seen myself on this side of the field. You know, people will be very impressed of what I can do.
And when Michael Bisping found out about this, he shares his prediction for the crossover super fight.
Does he mean it? I don't think he does, because the caveat is that you come and box me first.
You first.
You first.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
You first. No.
What is that?
I think it would sell better if he came to MMA first, to be honest with you.
I think Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou is a more competitive matchup and more interesting in many ways than a Tyson Fury or any of the other names. Mm-hmm. Because Deontay Wilder has freakish power. We know Ngannou does as well. Not the most technical of boxers.
Right, he's not a boxer. Relies
on the power. Mm-hmm. A freak athlete is what he is. A tough son of a bitch. A knockout artist. Him and Francis Ngannou, that I think that might be closer than what you think.
I think so too. I still would give the edge to Deontay, obviously, but it's a more competitive fight for sure. It's one I'd watch the Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou fight because I would have to, because we'd have to report on it and talk about it and, you know, and do all these different shows and whatever. The Deontay Wilder fight I would get just to get, because I'd be really interested in how that would go.
I'm very willing to entertain an argument that Francis Ngannou would knock out Deontay Wilder. I am not willing to entertain that. I mean, in terms of he's always got to punch his chance against, let's say, Tyson Fury. Of course, he's always going to punch his chance, but I believe that chance goes up to a 60-40 against a Deontay Wilder, whereas it would be
I think 60-40 is a little liberal there. I don't know.
Oh, really? You think that's too much?
I mean, I'd probably go 80-20. There's a chance, maybe 70-30.
In the middle of the cheeky 70-30?
Yeah, I'd meet you in the middle of the 70-30.
All right.
But it's possible. In the Tyson Fury fight, I feel like that's a relative impossibility.
You know, to be honest, now you mention that, Deontay's way faster.
He's so fast, and he's other than faster. Weight, he's equal in size. Yeah. He's like 6'6".
Yeah, but bro,
long arms.
Well, that second Tyson Fury fight, he weighed in at like 205 pounds.
Yeah, he's skinny. I mean, talk about the power that guy has at that weight.
It's insane.
Like he's under 210. Like
doesn't
he's
that piss
lighter
you off?
It pisses me off so bad.
Yeah, I know. As two guys that have spent their entire life, you know what I mean, trying to do that. They're just walking around with those skinny little legs.
Yeah, with those little legs.
Knocking people out left, right, and center. Like,
I mean, Tyson, how much Tyson Fury weigh?
Oh, I mean, which version? The 400-pound version or the 275
270, 280 right now?
Something like that, yeah.
And he's hanging with the heavyweights and knocking them out.